I want to discuss how we as individuals are able to grow as well as a society. Why this idea has come up. Brett Weinstein, an evolutionary biology professor, I was listening to his DarkHorse podcast, and he was lamenting the fact that the beaches have been shut down in the state of Oregon and much of the nation, as well as public parks, when in fact being outside, getting UV radiation is probably one of the safest places you can be rather than inside. He was lamenting this fact that also for sanity's sake, we should be outside. And somebody stated to him, and he discussed this on his pod, is the fact that it was actually good governance, in this person's opinion, that they had shut down the beaches because there's no lifeguard on duty, which means that you could drown. Look, this pussification of America has gone to the outer limits if that's the case. The fact that you can't take the risk to swim, if you know how to swim in a beach and you think that you need a lifeguard there, I mean, where does this stem from? It stems from the fact that parents have become so overprotective of their children that they don't let them walk to school at a certain age, that they don't let them settle their differences on their own. They're helicopter parents that don't allow their children to take any risks, that don't allow children to grow. And in the same context, we as a country then stifle. We are no longer able to take the same risks in terms of business that we once did. We're no longer creating new products, and we desire a nanny state. We desire a government to watch over us at all times. You have to supply a lifeguard on a beach 24 hours a day. Otherwise, many people apparently are scared to swim, because I doubt this person was alone. And the same idea pathogen might manifest in other ways in other people. And so this is why millennials and younger are often calling for a socialistic government. They want everything handed to them the same way their parents did. When I was growing up, my parents were both working. When I was starting from first or second grade, I would walk home to school. It wasn't that far a walk. But nevertheless, my parents trusted me, or they were forced to trust, that I was able to take that risk and be able to get home. And because the media started scaring parents in the 1980s, maybe there was a crime wave, but the media started to scare parents, and parents said, no way, I'm a loving parent, I'm going to take care of my child, and I'm going to helicopter over them. And this is what's manifesting in society today. So for our own personal growth, which I promised that I would get to, let's say you have something called your circle of comfort. And everything within this circle, we've mastered, and we can do relatively easily. We know how to do it, tying our shoes, going to work, driving a car. Everything there is within our circle of comfort. Today, as for this person, he's not comfortable swimming in the ocean without a lifeguard present. Let's just say that he was able to do that, or something in your life which you don't think that you can do. Let's say you go out there and you achieve something outside of your circle of comfort. All of a sudden, you've expanded the radius of your circle. Now, suddenly, everything else that you didn't think that you could do suddenly becomes a viable possibility, because you have a reference point of you having done something similar. So suddenly, all these other things become easier to do. For me, it was editing videos. It's something that I never did, that I'm slowly getting better at, but it makes me more apt to enter into something else. But we all have something in our lives that will follow this example, something outside of your circle. So my encouragement to us as individuals is to do something outside of our comfort zone, something positive for our lives. And the moment that we do that, again, other things become more possible. They become, rather than a hazy dream, they become much clearer and more in focus. You're more apt to do them. And this is how we grow, not only as individuals, but as a society. This is how we create new and novel products. The dreamers suddenly have other people that think, hey, maybe I don't know how we're going to go about doing this, but let me join you in this dream. Elon Musk, for example, is surrounded by engineers that he's probably motivated into thinking that things are possible, that are incredibly talented. And suddenly we have SpaceX that is sending satellites into orbit at 1/10 the price that they used to cost. It's absolutely amazing. Soon SpaceX is going to be beaming internet down and competing with existing internet providers so that we get faster internet as well as cheaper. And we have to stop fearing going to the beach. We have to stop fearing swimming in that water because there's no authority figure present. I want limited government. I don't want the government watching over our shoulders. I think that we are responsible enough to make decisions on our own, much like the government of Sweden trusts its citizens to self-quarantine, or when they're in public, not to spread the disease so quickly. Sweden hasn't had as many problems as many on the left were hoping for. There are so many scaremongers that want bigger government, that think that this is the solution, and it's not. Government is necessary in certain scenarios. They are. But overall, we want a smaller government. So go ahead. Today's recommendation is to think of something that is a little bit hard for you, that you don't know whether you can do it, and go out of your way to figure out a way to do it. Expand that circle. As you expand that circle, other people will start to expand their circle because they'll see you as an example. They'll see you as an inspiration. Because the further that you expand your circle, the more your life grows. And that is what life is about. It's about personal growth. And as we grow as a person, we grow as a society. As we become better people, society around us gets better. So don't listen to the people that want to tamper you down. Don't listen to the people that say you need a lifeguard to swim at the beach. Don't listen to the people that we need a nanny state. This is about liberty. This is about recharge freedom. The name of this station. If you have a comment, leave it below. Love to hear from you. And feel free to subscribe and share this video. But leave a comment because I'm curious as to your thoughts on this. Peace out.